Welcome back to the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we live by one banner. Live by the die.
Oh, we're doing it.
Die by the
Die by the die.
Die by the die. Yeah.
Oh, what the?
Heck.
Fiddlesticks.
Oh.
I didn't say it.
You didn't. You held it in.
All right, we're going to save you. Let's start on this side of the table. Oh, sorry. We're all out of whack today as Izzi is not in the DM chair. I am Patrick. I am DMing today.
What?
I know.
Huh?
And I rolled a 19.
I am Izzy, and I am playing Pearl. And I rolled a 17
What is Pearl?
plus 4.
She's a +4.
Ooh.
Hello. I'm Adam. I'm playing Bodavan. He is a human rogue, and I rolled also a 19.
Nice. With your modifier. I don't have that on me.
+5 for the initiative.
Sure, it's
Pearl-
only +5.
It is.
I thought it was +7.
That's what it says on my D&D Beyond.
Pearl is a halfling rogue, by the way.
Should have guessed. It might be because I changed a couple.
You changed a couple of...
I might have had the alert.
Oh, yes, you did before. You did have the alert.
Yeah, I can't remember what I did now.
Okay. Cuba.
I am Cuba. I am playing Quill Mudbelly. They are a turtle barbarian, wild magic barbarian, and I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, shit.
I never roll above a 5, but right now, when I'm not my bard, I rolled a nat. Can I swear now?
Nope.
It's not,
Bleeping 20.
I mean, it's not always the best to go first.
And what's your modifier?
No, when you're her, yes. My modifier is +1. I'm a barbarian.
So the turtle's gonna go
The
first.
turtle.
That's crazy.
Actually, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 22.
So that'd be 21, 21, and 24.
I got a 22. No, I got a 21. Never mind.
I was going to say...
Nope.
Was
You
I
did
not
it right.
mathing?
You got the math
Okay.
right.
So, announcements. Our normal DM, Izzy, just guest on Alberon RPG. The VOD will be up soon. So go check that out. I'm sure we'll have links and stuff down in the comment section. Our music that we use is from Boy King of Idaho. Go give him a look if you like any of the sounds you hear. Also, go and check out Monument Studios Fantasy Plus. It's a little app that Izzy backed in how long ago now?
Only a couple months ago, and they fully backed their Kickstarter and are going to be able to completely redo their UI, and I think they're actually building out an adventure to go along with their music. So you can go check that out, and you can back it now as a late pledge. They reached almost all of their milestones. I think it was over $350,000 raised. So
go check them out. And we also give a shout out to Michael Gelfi Studios. He has a lot of stuff that we use, or I should say Izzy has discovered for us. So bear with us as I try not to drive us into the rocks for tonight. Deep in the woods, in the heart of Devenia, there's many different ways adventurers make a living. Some city guards, others thievery. But you all like to offer a hand by becoming a sort of courier, assuring that shipments get from one place to their destination safely. On this particular evening, you all found yourself in a section of the forest known as the Darkwood. Darkwood is, I wouldn't say legendary, probably more infamous throughout those in Devenia. Firstly, everyone knows once you start into the Darkwood, you do not stop until you've made it through the other side. Normally it takes a full 24 hours travel from entrance to exit on the other side. There is only one path that has been marked safe. You, however, have found yourself in quite the predicament. The carriage of goods that you were escorting has a broken axle. You'll need to send someone back to the closest city in order to get a replacement, which that will take most of the night. So you've decided to stop just off the path for camp for the night. In your caravan, there were 6 when you began. 2 of them have gone to go and replace the axle. The remaining 4 are going to guard the caravan. You drew straws to see who would get first watch, and our 2 adventurers here, luckily, will get first sleep for the night. So, as we begin our story, please describe your characters who are now sitting by a fire. You first.
Well, his name is Bodovan. He's extremely nondescript. You wouldn't be able to pick him out of a crowd. He's that type. No identifying markings, short cut, light brown hair, brown eyes, pale skin, as in Devenia, but just very plain and regular looking. He'd be wearing workman's like, just adventuring gear, like leather and almost canvas type clothes.
It's very basic, not flashy.
Yep.
And his companion sitting across from the fire.
Quillgok is a 4-foot tall, very broad snapping turtle who wears the skull of another snapping turtle as a mask on his head. He has a great axe, and he just has like a leather belt with like a couple of pouches attached to it, and he smells like you would expect a mud creature to smell like.
Excellent. So as you 2 are sitting by the fire, you can't help but remember tales you've heard. Do not camp in the Darkwood. But so far as you all have been here for probably about a solid 8 hours that you were traveling into the forest before the axle broke, it's been fairly quiet. No beasties or bandits. Didn't cross any other caravans.
Is there any life at all? Like birds?
You've seen
insects?
Birds and probably a couple of like white-tailed deer, but nothing out of the ordinary. It's exactly what you would expect.
Okay.
As you're sitting by the fire, you can hear the crackling as each log is still a bit green, so there's a bit of a sizzle. Fire's not really roaring, as you know, Devenia, it's always a little bit damp. Rains, if not every day, every other day at least. The sun does occasionally shine for a few hours, but in the deep woods, everything is pretty wet. So this isn't exactly a fun evening camping by the fire.
For you.
So as you sit by the fire, let's get a couple of perception checks.
rolls today. 23.
23
21.
and 21. You both, as you're sitting by the fire, you notice your two other companions, half-elf cleric. His name is Iowa. Yes, that's how I was pronouncing that name, Iowa. Just off maybe about 30 yards, appears that he's looking at something, like, intently, like, staring. He's not moving. He's not signaling to you. You're not quite sure where the other adventurer / caravan helper, not even quite sure what their name was. You want to say it was Steph, but he doesn't really talk very much. What are you doing?
Question. How long have we known each other?
So you two have known each other. You guys have done a couple of jobs like this, just basic either protection from one place to another. I would say a few months. You're not complete strangers. The others are fairly newer. You might have done one or two jobs in passing. You're not a part of a guild, so you don't really always have choice in crew. It's kind of like if you picture like The Witcher, where you go up to a board in a town where somebody is looking for somebody to escort a person or goods, and you just kind of show up on the day that it's asked.
But we've been traveling together.
You two
for a
have
couple
been
months now.
traveling together for a few months, but the others are just like other groups of people that you've come across. You do a job, and then you might move on to the next job with them, or you might never see them again.
I was looking at something over there.
Forest spooks half-elf.
They just staring,
Just staring intently.
and you said it was like 100.
About 30,
It's like 100 feet
40
away.
yards, yeah.
I'll get up to go look.
Are you gonna just walk right up, or are you gonna announce your approach?
I'm not making any attempt to be like
Stealthy
extremely
or
quiet.
anything?
Yeah, right.
As you approach, probably get about 10 yards away, and you hear, shh, shh. Quiet. Come up here. So as you come up, you stand next to the half-elf, and he goes, look, right over there. And as you look, you actually see, it's kind of strange this time of night. You can see down on a fallen log, kind of rests at like a 45-degree angle. There's about 6 or 7 crows all sitting across in the dead of night. Every now and then one kind of flaps its wings open, gives a little... Normally when you see a group of crows like that, there's usually something dead nearby. But they're not going towards anything. They're just sitting, like they're waiting.
Well, certainly not a good sign. Either way.
You want to check it out?
Not particularly, but if you insist.
May find food there.
All right. I'll hang back if you two want to sneak around, try and get to the other side. Sound like a plan?
I suppose.
Can I get stealth checks?
My good luck rolls went away.
18.
18.
And that was a 1
Oh, Jesus.
for a +1.
So 2. So as you're
It's very sneaky.
you're going off to the from the perspective where you just left, you're going off to the left, you're going off to the right, you're almost like trying to double flank them. You get probably you're about 5 feet away from the crows. They haven't noticed your presence just yet. Just as our big barbarian friend goes to step, and just like in every classic trope, a branch, but because of their size, it's not just like a stick, it's like the size of a baseball bat, just crack, snap, and then they all just immediately scatter. And then as you get closer, you actually see exactly what they were looking at. There is a fallen deer. Doesn't look really mangled, like a beast took it out. Can't see like blood. It is pretty dark. I mean, nothing too crazy, but you would expect to see some animals, but this is probably the first like dead animal that you've come across in the woods.
Can I approach it?
Mm-hmm. Let's give a investigation check as you get closer.
Investigation. 8.
Even with an 8, as you approach, you actually notice there is an arrow sticking out of its back. It appears as though it didn't get underneath the rib cage, so it's really just a flesh wound. It doesn't look as though this was the killing blow. Are you getting any closer?
I'm gonna poke it with my axe.
When you poke it with the axe, there's no movement, no resistance. This animal has passed.
And it looks fresh.
Looks like it probably died within the last 24 hours. The smell isn't really overwhelming. There's no like bug infestation. It looks like it probably fell here just a few hours ago.
Does it look like a arrow from a longbow, a bolt from a crossbow? Is there
It's
anything?
definitely a longbow.
Does it have anything distinctive about it?
Nope, just a plain arrow with a feather on the end. If you'd like to attempt to retrieve the arrow from it to inspect the arrowhead.
Sure, just because you asked.
All right, let's see. Let's go with, how do we want to do this? I'm going to say nature. Let's do a nature check to see if you can pull the arrow out without destroying it.
7.
The 7, unfortunately, as you go to pull the arrow, it might have twisted the arrowhead and it's caught between the ribs. And as you give it just that little bit of extra, the arrow comes out, but the arrowhead is now lodged inside under the skin.
Come grab end. We clean it, eat it. Feast tonight.
That's all you. I will have no part of that.
No problem bringing it back. And let's get a nature check out of you to see how well you can field dress.
I was going to say, field dressing,
Not well. It's 8.
So it's 8.
so
It's a snapping turtle.
no, I'm
I should
saying,
I should just kind of like.
I was
field
what I would
dressing
say
an
is
animal that's been dead for any
day.
Yeah, for a day
undisclosed
is
amount of time. I would
horrendous.
say you're not so much field dressing as you are directly cutting off pieces and putting it by the fire. Like
Sounds
not,
about right.
Not really filleting it. You're just like cutting hunks of meat out of this.
And deer go bad fast unless it's cold.
I was
Bottom
sorry.
bottom
I didn't mean to
feeder.
jump on
no.
that.
I was just going to say, and I assume you eat parts of this as it's cooking.
When they're after they're cooked.
After
I'm not a
they're
complete savage.
I'll have a Constitution saving throw.
I
I
might.
might say because that deer meat goes bad fast if you don't.
Might help you because you're a turtle and not a person.
Right, that's why I'm looking at
knows?
my features.
It would
can
be
eat raw
under-
because I think I do have.
If you go to your the home sheet up at the top, it'll say defenses. If you have any advantages on Constitution or advantage against poison.
Oh, no, I guess I don't. I have danger sense.
That's a good
You
bugbear.
gotta take a bite. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, my good rolls are all gone.
So that's a bad roll.
Nature was it?
No, it's a
con
Constitution
save. Oh,
saving
okay.
throw.
So 13.
13. All right. So as you take the first couple bites, you in the back of your mind, ooh, this is not good. And you feel a quick rumble in your tummy, but you swallow that last piece as you place down the other bits of meat, and you're able to hold your dinner down. But you decide it's best to drag the rest of the remains back off to the side.
Spoiled meat.
Yeah. No shit.
Just then, Steph, the fourth member still remaining, comes around. All right, then. I think you two should probably get some shut-eye for the night. You're going to relieve me and E over there. We'll wake you up in about 4 hours.
Sounds good.
All right. Good evening, lads.
Good, eh?
So you both simply walk to your bedrolls. There's no tents or anything like that, as you weren't planning on sleeping in the forest tonight. So as you lay down, you watch the fire. Fire you're keeping at a good blaze, just so that those walking the perimeter can kind of keep an eye out on the carriage. As you're sitting there, you do remember how everyone says no one camps in the Darkwood. You say, honestly, you've been in Devenia long enough, you've seen some weird things, but this forest is nothing extraordinary. So as you close your eyes, you begin to drift away. And that's when we're going to cut over to Pearl. Pearl is walking. Feels like they've been walking for days. They know that they haven't been walking for days, but it still feels like it. As they're walking, they come across, looks like a small ravine / canyon. It's not very far to the other embankment. It's maybe about 35 feet across. But can I get a perception check?
Sure thing.
It's a big old dice.
Yeah.
Big chunk. I heard that.
Did you make that one?
No. This beautiful die is from Puka Dice, and I got it at a con that we went to. Was it Rhode Island? And
Yep.
they painted it with the beautiful gold
Might have been
at
the
my
one, yeah.
request.
Ooh, can I see?
It is very nice. That is a 17.
Okay, with a 17, you look down, you can just about see the bottom of the ravine. It's probably only about 50 feet down. And as you look left to right, you see this goes on for several hundred feet. So you start debating if it's easier to walk around or should you try and climb down. But with a 17, you notice maybe 50 feet to your right, there appears to be an old rope bridge that it looks stable to cross.
All right.
So as you go to approach it, now this is one of those like 3 rope bridge, so you don't even really have like a plank at the bottom. It's like a straight rope and then 2 handholds. So let me get a dexterity check.
Take a deep breath, grab on, and roll a 3. +4 for 7.
For a 7. So you're not sure if it's windy or what, but your knees are buckling. You are shaking side to side.
The ropes are too high because it wasn't
Yep.
meant for halflings.
But even with a 7, you never quite lose your balance. This was really only if you rolled a 1 would anything bad really happen. Takes you probably twice as long as a normal, like, brisk pace because, like I said, your knees are buckling, the rope is shaking side to side.
I heard it.
But it's safe as much as you can assume. As you make it to the other side of the embankment, know that you've never seen this section of the forest before. But you notice 2 individuals sleeping just out in the open. What do you do?
She's going to take out 2 daggers, her 2 daggers, side by side, and then slowly approach, but not to directly engage, but more to just assess. Are
Kinda
these
do like a
baddies?
sweep.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Are they
let's
alone?
first get a stealth check. And then depending on that, we'll see if we can get a perception check.
Girl. 13 on stealth.
13. Can I have both of your gentlemen's passive perceptions?
14.
15.
So as the perimeter is being walked, not so much a branch or anything breaks in a loud noise, but the rustling in the grass. You two both awaken.
Do we see? Do we see her?
You don't immediately see them, but I need you both to actually roll perception checks.
$21.
12.
With a 12, you know somebody is nearby. The sound, you just have that feeling. You've been around long enough that you know exactly where this other individual is. But that is not where your attention is immediately drawn to. As you awake, you realize the fire has gone out. But it's not just that the fire has gone out. There is no fire. There is no wagon. This is not where you went to sleep.
This is not where we went to sleep.
The fuck? Where are we?
Ask that one there.
The,
We know you're there.
So they're gonna step right out,
With a
But-
12, with a 12, he's like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?"
keeping hands down to their sides, and just kind of walk up and be like, "Yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Why you bring us here?
I had nothing to do with it.
We awake and you are here where we are here. Where we did not begin.
That's some happenstance kind of shit.
We do not understand this language.
Nowhere is nowhere. Where are we?
Are we speaking in riddles? I just got here myself. What are you doing out here?
We were escorting a caravan of goods through the Darkwood. Now it was our turn to sleep, and now we're here.
Great.
Who are you?
Well, I guess it's only fair since I kind of woke you up. I'm Pearl. And you are?
Quill from Mudbelly Clan.
All right.
Bodovan.
Quill and Bow. Got it. Easy enough. So you just went to sleep, and now you're awake.
Is it? I probably don't have this skill. Can I look up at the night sky and tell how much time has passed?
Channeling your ILA like from 1,000 miles away.
Let me actually get if you're going to do that, let me get an intelligence check.
Uh-oh.
It's a dumb turtle.
Oh, boy. Oh, 17 minus 1 is a 16.
Okay, not so dumb turtle.
I mean, -1 intelligence.
With a 16,
Lucky turtle.
Lucky turn.
you look up and you see the moons and you see the stars. And the sky is clear. Like, there's not a cloud in the sky. And that immediately sends your mind into a frenzy. Because Divenia never has perfectly clear skies. Like, you can't even see a cloud anywhere.
What land is this?
Fuck if I know. Before we get anywhere further, let me see your hands.
For what purpose?
I just want to look at them. Both of them, please.
Old Bodie's putting on his long johns on the inside of his thing. He's like, I gotta stand up in front of
Behold
this lady.
Quillclock's paws.
Turn them around so I can see both sides. All right. She's gonna put her daggers into their sheaths.
Something special you're looking for?
What custom is this?
Just making sure you're not branded.
No one owns Quillclock.
Good. It's the way to be.
What land is this?
Well, how many moons do I see in the sky?
You see the 4 moons.
I haven't really gotten a name, but I'm going to assume it's a place that I've been wandering around for a few days. Looks the same.
We are not in soggy Divenia. No longer.
I don't know. I just know there's 4 moons.
Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, I do. I don't know you all. And well, it's a good sign that you don't have any brands on your hands. I still don't know if I can trust you, obviously. Just like you don't know if you can trust me.
We do not.
Good.
He does not.
Way to be. Quill, you and I are going to get along real good.
We will not.
You will not.
We already are.
The branded ones you're talking about, what about them?
Well, they're part of a cult, and if you're not part of it, then we're at least starting off to be friends.
Okay, so we have no idea where we are. There's a cult that brands people, and someone we don't know.
Quillnock wants his money. We must make back to where we once came.
So Pearl's going to look around the ground and just see, are there any tracks that would indicate that these two walked over here? She's just going to casually stroll in a circle around these two.
From what you can see, there is nothing. It's completely clean all around them. All that is there are their bedrolls and what they had on them when they went to sleep.
Is it the same type of forest?
Coniferous.
Same basic trees and vegetation, but when you went to sleep, there was no ravine. you're in a different geographical area. It's not the same layout, but from looking at the trees, you assume it could be the same forest, just a different section maybe. But as you're looking at the sky, you do not have a good feeling.
All right. And this wasn't established when we first started, but what? Obviously, our characters know what year it is. What year would it have been when we first started?
1419. It's 1419?
1419.
Yes, 1419.
Well, I have no idea what to do.
Well, I can give you a hint.
Please do.
So, first of all, like I said, good news, you're not part of the cult. You're going to want to be on a lookout for an elf, blue hair. So, if you're willing, and you'd kind of have to be doing this out of the goodness of your beautiful big hearts, I actually need some help getting back where I belong.
So don't we.
And maybe you helping me will get you where you need to be. Right?
Maybe.
Logic seems sound.
Does it? All right. We'll go. Hey, you believed that works.
-1 intelligence.
I was gonna say, I think actually.
So,
Oh, I have a +1. So apparently I'm the brains here.
You are.
I mean, it can't hurt, right? Not as much as I can with these daggers.
Does she have brands on her hands? I never asked.
She is wearing gloves.
That's sus.
So, funny story, I actually need to go that way. And, I need to get to this, pillar kind of thing. It's like a monument. And, I haven't been able to get there because I'm by myself. Just little old me. And, but maybe with the two of you, you could help me get there. I didn't start off alone, but the folks that I am trying to avoid, there's more of them than there is of me, and it just would be helpful if you could get me there.
As you're all standing there contemplating, you hear a voice coming from behind you, right where the rope bridge is. Well, would you look at the sheep that have wandered off on their own? You three are new here. You're gonna have to come with me now. Standing before you, someone dressed in not fancy clothes. At one time, they were probably really high-end doublet, long shirt, brown pants with boots, but they are ripped and torn and pretty haggard, like years of daily use. And they're just standing there, leaning up against one of the posts. I had rolled and snuck up behind all of you while you were having your discussion.
The man, woman.
Male presenting, blondish, might be white, but you can't really tell in this light. About shoulder length hair, and you notice their eyes are almost glowing, but they have a deep, deep crimson hue to them. You're all going to be coming with me now, so Head off in that direction, please.
Are you the law in this land?
No, there is no law here.
Then Quill Logok does not take orders from you.
You will follow my instructions.
You said here. Where is here?
You're all very new, aren't you?
Incredibly.
Apparently.
Let me explain how things work here. Those such as I direct the cattle that is you to where you need to be going. Let's move.
Well, I don't like that.
It'd be helpful if we at least knew what the destination was. Because, you never know. We might be on our way there anyway.
You've got quite a nice little attitude, don't you?
I do. I've been told that.
Show your hands.
Please.
Very well. Now let's move before we have any unpleasantries.
Is this one?
Is this one? Are there any?
No,
Markings.
his hands are clean, just long fingernails.
Beautiful manicure. I mean, we could stand around here, or we could follow this guy.
The master awaits.
We'll be needing these where we're going. I was going to kick the bedroll.
No.
Ominous. He's just going to start picking up his stuff and putting
You won't need that either.
his, weapons.
Yeah, you won't need
He's
that.
taking them anyways.
I'm gonna ask you all to leave your weapons.
Oh,
Quillnock does not part with his axe.
yeah, that's going to be a problem for me.
Then you will part with your head.
You can try.
Are we doing this? Pearl's going to look at the two of you, take her daggers out. Doesn't seem great, but it's been a while.
You don't call somebody cattle and then tell them to leave their weapons. I don't care where you're from or where this is. It's not a good way to start.
Very well. Your death, then.
Wouldn't be the first time.
As we have everyone's initiative, please have the technical advisor switch to some battle music.
I have a feeling it wasn't supposed to go this way, but
I don't know how it's supposed
I
to
know
go
how
when
else-
you're
how else is
calling everybody sheep and cattle.
Yep.
All right. So, just so we're all on the same page, the first up will be Adam with the 24.
Great.
And
Great.
so we'll either have you two can do rollies, or whoever has the highest dex.
Wait, say
That's
that
going to
again?
be me. But
Those two, they both rolled
Oh.
21.
Yeah, I only have a +1 dex.
yeah,
You-
that'll be
what
me.
are you, a rogue also? Mm-hmm. Oh. Man.
What fine?
You guys doing rollies or?
Oh, I can go.
Yeah, she goes.
Yeah.
All right. So, Izzy and Cuba. All right. So standing before you is this fairly well dressed, but it's kind of hard to really apply that as the clothes are tattered and torn. Standing about 20 feet away from you, back to the cavern with all of you, your backs to the woods. We're going to do this theater of the mind. About how close were you all standing? I'm assuming within about 10 feet of each other.
Yeah.
Kind of
standing-
semicircle.
Yeah, quite close.
All right. So, Quinn, you were first.
Quinn?
Bo, Quill.
Bo, yeah.
Quinn-
I was going to
Quinn
say
was from-
Bodavon. You can call him
Quinn,
Bodie.
Quinn
His
was
friend-
from the last one.
His friends call him Bodie. Or Bo. Whatever. How far away is he?
About 20 feet from you.
with like a very resigned sigh, he's going to not mechanically dash, but move towards very quickly.
At a rapid
Yeah.
speed.
While drawing both his shield and his rapier, and he'll attack, I suppose. Do I have to declare sneak attack
No.
before? Nope. It just happens.
It just happens
If I hit, yes.
But that's only if you have advantage or an ally
Yes,
is within
it doesn't
5
happen.
feet.
Well,
You, I believe, can use a bonus action to give yourself either advantage from steady aim, or there is the swashbuckler.
yes, that's what I
feature.
am. I don't need advantage on the attack roll to use my sneak attack against a creature from within 5 feet of it, or if no other creatures are within 5 feet of me, and I don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. So,
Yes.
so that will basically apply as long as there's no. I'm correct in assuming there's no one else behind him.
No, it
Very
appears to be a big ravine just behind them.
All right. Fuck off. Oh, that's a 9 total.
That is a miss. As you're using a short sword, or
It's a rapier.
A rapier. As you go to thrust with your rapier, it's weird. It's not even like he moved. He just like shifts slightly to the side, so you stab in between like the rib and their arm. They don't even move the arm out of the way, and they are locked dead on, right onto you. Any bonus action or?
I believe. Yes, I will. I'm gonna move away with the 10 feet that I have.
Okay.
With fancy footwork, they don't get an opportunity attack as long as I make a melee attack attempt. Doesn't matter if it hits or misses. So I'll just back up the 10 feet.
You still have a bonus action too,
Um,
if you want to use your cunning action.
yeah. I'm gonna dash back to everybody else. I just ran up.
Yes, very well. So you fancy footwork away, basically like the dreaded Pirate Roberts. You quick, not only to thrust, but you have quick footwork. And the dust settles. They just watch you very intently, and the three of you, as you begin to converge again, this person, it's almost as though they were like half a step, because by the time you make it back to everyone and you turn around, they are already right in front of you.
Oh, I don't like that.
And they are going to take their manicure, as
Beautiful.
Pearl put,
Beautiful.
the beautiful manicure, and attempt to slash you with an 18 to
That
hit.
hits.
So that would be 2d4. So, you lucked out. That's double ones for 5 points of slashing damage.
Just slapped me with like these like really nice nails.
And then they're going to lean in real close. Master says I'm not supposed to do this, but there's 3 of you. They'll never know if one of you doesn't make it back. And they're going to bite you on the neck.
With tongue.
That makes it actually a little bit better. I guess I
Ooh,
can-
you lucked out. So that was another double 1. So that's another 5 points of... 4 points of piercing damage, and that's not so good. 5 points of necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by 5.
This is not going to last 2 weeks.
No. So my maximum, or is it frozen where?
No, you're...
So my max was 59, so now it's 54.
Yeah.
Yes. So it will go down.
Is there a way to
Yeah, you can change it.
override max AP probably?
Yep. Why is it so loud?
They look almost rejuvenated. The person now almost stands up taller. Something. Oh, it's been a while. Izzy, you are next.
All right. Pearl, within 5 feet of, like,
Yes,
they
they're-
stopped right
they are
there.
still, they are locked in right next to him.
I mean, this should be perfect for us.
Yes,
We're
and
both
it will be.
rogues.
As Pearl turns to
Actually, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. The last attack still goes through, but the first attack, instead of the damage, they had grappled you, so you regain 5 hit points.
So did I get the bite?
You still got the bite, but the original one that got you for 5 did not
So
damage you.
so heal myself for
50.
5.
Yes, just not your maximum.
yeah.
Gotcha.
As Pearl turns to attack, the folks here would notice that there appear to be 2 of her right behind this individual. It's like a little fuzzy. You can't really tell which one is her or not, as she has her cloak of displacement. And is
Were we
going-
supposed to pick magic items and
Nope.
stuff? Oh, okay.
And she is going to make.
Too late now.
Yeah.
She is going to make 2 attacks, using her action and bonus action. Have advantage because he is in.
Not- not
because he
advantage.
is grappling.
Right, not advantage, but sneak attack will apply if you hit, because an
Alright.
ally is within 5 feet.
You are a son of a bitch. That is definitely going to be a miss. Well, I won't say that. 13 to hit.
Unfortunately, that does miss.
All right, and
You're right. I should have had that second beer, but
that is better. A 27 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, so with sneak attack, that is 1d4 plus 4, so that is a 8 piercing damage for my regular attack. And we've got 10, 16, 24, 5, 27 sneak attack damage.
27, and you said 5 for the first?
8.
So 27, 8 is 35.
All piercing.
Is that a normal dagger?
It is.
Okay.
And that is all she is going to do, as she stays behind the 3 of them.
All right. Cuba, you are up next.
Runs up with his great axe. 8. 4. 9, 10, 14.
As you go to swing, you actually like hit them, but it's strange. He's not wearing armor, but you hit him, but you don't cleave through them. Kind of strange. I believe you get a second attack.
In my anger, I strike again. For a definitely not hitting that time. That was only 4 plus 8, 6.
Same deal. You're hitting them, and it's making connection,
Only
but
2 good rolls.
you're not fully like you're not going into them. There seems to be something else going on with this person. Now we're back to the top of the round for Adam.
I am currently
just-
grappled, right?
You are grappled. Your neck is bleeding. You have tingle all over you. You're feeling tired.
That's how we feel all the time.
Just feel like me. Being grappled gives me disadvantage on my...
Grapple just means that your speed is 0. You cannot get away from them until you break the grapple. But your attacks and everything are still normal.
I suppose I'll attack. Why not? 9, 10, 15.
15 hits.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. I wasn't expecting you to say that. So that's the 1d8. Fuck, what's that sneak attack?
Pearl's gonna yell, "Put your ear to your shoulder!"
I just have to figure out. I think it's
Sneak attack will be
It's 4.
actions.
I believe it's 4. Yeah.
If you go to the actions page, it'll be at the very bottom. How many dice to roll?
46. All right, so I'm gonna roll the.
You can roll them all at once because it's all considered piercing damage.
Well, I don't have enough dice out for that. So what I'm gonna do is 3. So that's 6. Okay, cool. Thanks. 6 plus. That's a 1. Oh wow, that's 2 ones. 6, 7, 8 plus 4 is 12. 13, 14, 15 points of damage. Thank you.
15 plus 6 or 15 total?
Total.
15 total.
I do have sneak attack dice if you would like them.
I'm sorry.
I have sneak attack dice over there.
Yes. I 100% take those.
Oh my god.
Oh, you okay?
Yep, my body.
Bonus action?
I can't disengage from a grapple, correct?
No, you need to use your action in order to break the grapple first.
With your bonus action, there's dash,
Hide.
disengage, and hide, right? I don't have another weapon in my offhand because he has a shield, so that's it.
Okay. Just so you know, you can also bonus action give yourself advantage at the cost of using your movement as a rogue.
I can?
That's
steady aim. Yeah, that's right. I thought that only worked with ranged weapons for some reason.
Nope. All right. Now comes back to this mysterious figure. As you're standing there, the dagger in the back where Pearl had stabbed them. So you see Issa every time.
I know.
So Pearl stabs him in the back, and then you run the rapier, and even the small abrasions that you made, you notice they begin to close in, and the blood just
Son of a bitch.
goes away. While still holding on to you, going to take a swipe at Pearl. Which I don't think a 13 is going.
No.
So they're going to attempt to swat you away again, which again I don't think a 12 is going to hit.
Nope.
So they are just trying to bat away a little gnat as far as they are concerned, not really doing anything but still holding on to Bodhi really tight. Pearl, you were up next.
Okay. She's gonna try again. You know what? Yeah, no, she's just gonna try again. Getting closer. Oh wait, it's actually disadvantage. Regardless, missed, but
Oh
my
yes,
cloak of
because you have
displacement is still up.
cloak of displacement up. Yes.
All right, so 2 attacks. Again, she's gonna just keep moving around to keep the
The flow.
Yeah.
Never staying in one place.
These are not great. I don't think that either one of these is going to hit. It is a +9, so a 16 and an 18. Never mind.
Both hit.
Okay. So we've got all of these 5. So I'm just going to roll them all together.
All together.
All right. We've got.
And I believe for the second hit, you don't add your modifier.
Okay.
Unless
so
you have 2-weapon fighting.
I do.
I mean, the fighting style.
Oh,
of
yeah, no.
2-weapon fighting.
So I've got 15 plus 12, so 27, 28 plus 4, 32, 34, 35, plus 8 for 42.
Jesus.
43.
43 points
43.
damage, so that's halved.
21.
Yes.
And
That's action and bonus.
action, bonus, and she's just going to yell to all of them, like, keep him away from your neck. We got a sucker here.
Stop fucking trying.
Ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder.
You're next.
Quillock is groggy and angry, so he shall now rage.
All right, and they go into a rage as a bonus action.
And
on, big
because
guy.
I rage, I must now roll on a wild magic chart.
All right.
6. Until your rage ends, you are surrounded by multicolored protective lights. You gain a +1 bonus to AC, and while within 10 feet of you, your allies gain the same bonus.
Oh,
Ooh, so everyone has a
nice.
+1 to AC.
Nice.
All
very
right.
nice.
Well, that's not like it didn't turn us into cakes or something. I was expecting something like crazy.
I purposely did not read the chart. I don't know if anything else on there is
There-
good or bad.
That
It's only
wild
a
magic is
D8.
usually not bad. That's all.
Oh,
all
okay.
good
That's
stuff.
cool.
Let's see. I've never raged before, so I don't know what the fuck I have here.
So you should get a bonus to damage, and
Yeah,
you
+2.
have advantage on strength and dex checks.
And I can't use my magic.
And yes, well, you can't
You
cast.
do
a
have
spell.
reckless attack also as a barbarian.
Yes, before
If you
before you attack, if you declare reckless, you get advantage. Though they get advantage on you, but you are now resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage while raging.
Nice.
Problem picking up. Whatchamacallit, you don't
I'll
know.
declare the reckless.
All right,
There's
so
a
you have
lot.
advantage.
Well, like, I could have had a +2
The
to my
great
initiative
axe.
because of modifier
Good
2
thing,
as a
'cause
swap.
that's one of those was a 1. So 15.
Even without the modifier, you hit.
All right. Where's my axe damage here?
So I believe a great
12.
axe is a D12, and you should have a rage bonus. It's either 2 or 3 at that level.
So I added 2. 5, 6, 7.
And then plus your strength mod.
Should have it right there. Plus,
There's just D12 plus 3.
that's that's
Yep,
what you're
that-
Oh, okay. So,
Three,
yeah,
and
all
then
right.
you get an additional 2, so
Yep.
10
Yep.
points of slashing.
10 points of slashing. I got my next one. Another one. If it was
Good thing you went
So
reckless.
17 plus
Oh, yeah.
the
Roll it.
Remember how much I used to do with Ark when I would do that with the reckless and all that shit?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
And another 11 points of damage. All right.
Screams the snapping
Good
turtle.
question. Does uncanny dodge work if you're grappled?
Yes, it does.
I should have.
You just have to use your reaction.
Yep.
All right.
I'm just going through the stuff and I'm like, oh, I could have done that. Like, you know?
Back to the top of the round.
All right.
Bodhi, you are up. You are still grappled.
All right. I will use that bonus action for steady aim.
Mm-hmm. So
No
now
optional
you can
rules.
make an attack with advantage at sacrificing your. As long as you do not.
I can't move, right? 13.
Unfortunately, no. But
I'm just-
you do still have. We are still in the tavern. You still have your token.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're doing that? Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, no, we're not. We're in the
All right.
woods.
Do I roll? I roll just once, one for that.
No, you
right?
can roll in both.
I
You
roll
have.
in
You
both?
have.
I had advantage.
Yeah.
That's how it works. I rolled a 7 and a 1, and I just rolled again, and it was a 7 and a 1. So
Might be time to sub out those
yes.
dice.
So hold up. She's gonna use her bountiful luck. Oh no, that was advantage, right?
yeah.
So the ones don't count.
Can she apply that to other people?
When an ally you can see rolls a 1 on a d20. Oh, it's for an attack roll. Oh, ability check or a saving throw. Sorry, I got it.
Yeah. Because that's just re-rolling.
Rerolling
that
the die.
dice.
Yeah, so you can re-roll one.
Okay.
You're like, you got this, Bo.
That's a 12 at least. So 12 plus 6. 18.
All right, so that's
Fucking,
definitely.
you had to do something. I had to I had to have advantage on the attack. Wow.
Just gonna make eye contact. Get the motherfucker.
That was. All right. So we've got 1d, so 3. Sorry, my math is so bad. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 plus 12.
Plus 12.
23.
Thank you.
So 20.
See, now you know what it's like to be Pat sitting next to me.
It's okay. I can't do third grade math. I've come to realize.
It's when it's really, like, I can add up even numbers really well, but when I have a bunch of odd numbers, my mind just starts, like, grinding, like, doesn't want to.
So as you
Leave it to the
strike,
banker.
as you strike them true, like straight into their stomach, a little bit of blood. I'm not sure if it's yours or theirs, starts to trickle out of their mouth, and they just look at you with this intense raise. As they pull your arm out of them, you actually see the wound begin to close almost immediately, and they are going to take another holding on to you. They're going to swipe as you attempt to avoid them. Every time I DM, I'm sorry, I hit you with the nat 20.
I was gonna say I wanted to use the uncanny dodge.
Yeah, so whatever
So I think it just halves the
it
damage.
halves the damage.
All right.
So that's 2d4, so that'll be 4d4. So that's 1, 4, 6, 7.
Wow.
So 10, so halved to 5 points of slashing.
I'm feeling just the way things are going and the way it always happens when you do them. I'm gonna have to make another character for next week. It'll be like,
And
this is Rhodey. this is
his long
his brother.
lost
That's
twin.
His brother that somehow got also transported.
And so as they slash you going this way, they're going to slash now, going basically like trying to give you a backhand.
Yeah.
So that is a 16 to hit.
No, that misses.
So as he slashes and as he goes back, you are able to avoid the secondary attack.
Don't forget you have a +1 to your AC because of his flashing
Yes,
lights.
everyone has
Oh, that's right.
+1 to their
Surrounded
AC.
by like magic fireflies.
Pearl, you're next.
What was that first attack? What was it for?
5 damage.
No, I'm with the.
The attack.
Yeah, the
to
attack.
hit.
The
I think it was
attack
in the
was
20s, right?
Was a natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
natural.
cool. You said that and it like put doubt into my
Yeah.
head that I.
All right, so Pearl is going to. She yells up to Bo, "Spread your legs!" And then she's gonna duck underneath and go behind these two. And well, two of her, as it looks like there's two of her, goes underneath the legs, come out from behind, and she's going to try to again attack twice.
First time he's had 2 ladies.
It's an 18 and a 19 on the die.
Definitely hits.
Nice.
All right, so we got sneak attack again. And these.
That is so many dice.
We got 4, 2. There's a lot of ones. Lots of ones. 4. All right, so we've got 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 28 total
28.
damage. She comes up from behind, and then 2 daggers in the back, trying to get through whatever armor this individual may or may not have. And that is it. She's gonna wink over at the turtle. Good job, Quill.
He can't hear you. He's got those like the water lens up.
Like, oh, raging out. Try to back up a little bit. Not out of range, just from behind. Flavor.
Good music.
This is Killers by Kevin MacLeod of Necompetech.
Kevin MacLeod.
Yeah.
There can be only one. I know it's Connor, but
It's alright. I hear Cloud, and I don't even hear the mic. I just assume Final Fantasy VII. My head just immediately goes there.
You were up. All right. Just reckless again, or
no. He's just gonna slash for 14 plus 6.
add hits?
12. Ooh, all right.
What was that? Sounded so weird.
It hit the side and then
spun, like I could see
yeah.
it, like it was like on its side.
13.
Don't forget your rage damage as well. It's
15.
Another 2. So 15. Going for a second attack.
I'm going for a second. Plus some more fun because I have very few bonus action options, but I gotta play it. Ooh, that's a 4 plus 6. That does not make it.
That does not hit.
All right, and as a bonus action, I pull out a dagger to take advantage of the 2-weapon fighting. And just fucking
I allow it.
drag that, just put it into him. I don't get my modifier on this.
No modifier.
A nat 30.
Nice.
So you're gonna roll 2d4.
2d4. I'll use these. 5. Do I add the +2 because it's raging?
You
to that?
can still add your
Okay.
rage, just not the weapon
So
modifier.
7.
For an additional
anyway.
7.
So I hope so.
It's like,
Yeah.
I like it.
we are now back to the top of the round, Bodhi. As you look at this figure, those last few hits, they're starting to look real haggard.
Up.
They are not looking really well right now.
Okay.
I wish I had a bite attack instead of a claw attack. It's a snapping turtle. I feel like the neck should come out with
All right. Steady aim for the bonus action to give myself that advantage again. I'll go in again with the rapier. I want, just because it's annoying, another 7, another 1.
You gotta
sub out those dice.
I think you gotta play the lotto. 7 1 7
got-
1.
Hold on, I'm
I
going
can-
Extra
Hold on,
D20 if
I
you
just
want.
want to see 16 and 19. Okay.
Well-
They're not,
You shouldn't have done that because I was about to say bountiful luck to re-roll the 1.
oh.
Could still happen.
So re-roll one of them.
6.
Damn.
12. Misses.
Okay.
It's all right. It's always somebody's turn. Every game, somebody has to be the bad dice roll monkey. You know.
So after the last turn, they are actually going to release you, and they are going to slash at Issa. Again with Pearl. That's 24. Oh no, disadvantage. Correct? Because
Yes,
of
disadvantage.
cloak.
Doesn't make cloak.
Does a 17 hit?
Okay, so here's the thing. I got a 16, but so I've got a 16 normal AC plus 1
For 17.
for that, and hold up, I'm getting there. Crap, hold on. There is something. You add a +1 bonus to AC while you're wielding a separate melee weapon in each hand. Can use two weapon fighting even when the one-handed melee weapon isn't light. So
So
I have 2 daggers.
That should already be applied to whatever the first page says is your AC.
Okay.
So, what does the character first page say? Because when you have that feat, it'll automatically add it to your AC.
Yeah. If you
Dual wielder, dexterity bonus, armor. So I have misc bonus dual wielder
Yep,
plus
so that's
4.
1, and then your dex is 4, and your armor is
Is
base
11.
11. So
I'm
your
at 16.
AC is 16, so it should be 17. So
And then
11
it's that?
plus 6 is 17, so meets it, beats it.
Is that from my dual wielder?
No, the +1. So normally your AC without the 2 weapons would only be 15 because it's 11 plus 4.
Right.
Plus the 1 more makes 16. So your dual wielding is 16, and then 1 more is 17.
Okay. So the dual wielding is built into
It's already
my
built
feat.
in. Yes, the feat automatically updates the
Damn.
AC.
All right.
So
Well,
that
I
that
tried.
right on the cusp there, right on the.
Oh yeah, it
cusp.
says it right there. It's dual wielder.
So yes, so the claw is 2d4.
And then my cloak is gonna fizzle out
fizzles
until the
out
end
un-
of my next turn.
End of your next turn. Yes. So that is max damage for 11 points of slashing.
All right.
And they are also going to take a swipe at the Forgotten Ninja Turtle. And that was not reckless, correct?
Not reckless.
It actually doesn't matter because that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Yeesh.
And I know none of you could see that, but that actually like hopped up, did like a skateboarding stall on the edge, and then fell back into the half pipe.
We gotta get some cams on
On
the
the
dice.
dice trays.
Yeah.
Like we
Hand
have some
cameras from
we
the-
got some crazy dice stuff happening. So that's 1, 2, 5, 6, 9 points of slashing damage.
And I'm resistant to it because of my rage.
So half damage, that's 4. They're going to take a look at all of you as they're now what used to be tattered and dirty clothes are now bloody. The master will hear of this. And they're going to attempt to run back out into the woods. You all can take opportunity attacks if you so choose.
I cannot because I used my reaction to help.
Can you take an opportunity grapple? I don't know if that's...
Technically, yes, because
Work on opportunity attacks because it
Be-
says once per turn, not once
because
per round.
grapple is in
You
place
already took your
of a
turn.
melee attack. So I
Right,
will say
but
yes.
once
So it'll
per
be your
Your turn.
athletics
Oh, it just
versus
says-
either their dex
just said
or
once per turn,
athletics,
so
whichever
that's why I thought-
Yeah,
they
no,
want.
it's
But
once
you have
per
to use
your turn.
athletics. Double check on raging. You might have advantage. Is it on strength checks?
Strength checks and saving throws.
So then, yes, you get advantage on athletics. If everyone else wants to take opportunity attacks, you can.
I'm grabbing him. I'm not letting him run.
Okay.
So let's see.
I used my reaction, so I can't.
So that was athletics. 23.
22.
Ooh.
So they are now grappled.
15 to hit?
15 hits.
Oh. I don't know why. I know it's 1. 1 plus 4 points of damage.
You get to add sneak attack because
Oh, I do.
sneak attack
guess
doesn't
I-
reset on your turn. It's just you can only use it once per turn. It doesn't say your turn.
See, we were literally just asking her about that.
In
Don't-
rules
Just let it go for her.
rules as written, sneak attack doesn't need to reset. It can only be applied once per turn, and it's no longer.
It does
his
say
turn.
once per turn,
Oh,
not
I
once
see
per
what
round.
you mean is that you
Yeah.
can use it now, but then when his turn comes up, you
No,
wouldn't.
he's still. Sneak attack can only be used once per turn, not a recharging thing on your turn. It can be technically used anytime you can attack, but only applied once per each turn.
Well, there you go.
15 points. See, that's why because it doesn't say once per round. That's
Right,
why,
right. It's meant that you can use it on opportunity attacks as
That's cool.
well, as long as if they were to make try to escape on your turn after you've already used sneak attack, then you wouldn't because it's only
okay.
once per turn.
Yeah.
It's instead
Turn
of it,
means any other player's turn also.
exactly. So every 6 seconds sneak attack is reset. How do you want to do this?
Oh, shit.
Even with the resistance, like that last sneak attack and then your sneak attack before that, this last round they took the most damage.
I held him down for you. I was like, yeah.
Gonna go like both sides, like through almost like through the neck / collarbone.
Like in like
yeah, like that
crisscross.
hollow stuff, like on his back.
As they do, this man creature crumples at your feet. We are now out of initiative.
Gonna give it a good, like, one of those just like,
The master will not hear of this.
Job. Awesome job. But there's still like glittery lights around. How long does it last?
As long as I'm raging.
Oh, okay. So that's probably gonna fade.
So I believe rage lasts a minute.
10 rounds. Yeah, 1 minute.
So that was about 4 rounds. So maybe in about 45 seconds or so, little flitter starts to turn to the glow. It's now quiet again. You didn't notice it before, but now after this interaction, you don't hear crickets, no animal sounds. You can't be sure if you even heard wind. It is dead silent. And that's where we're going to take a break. So now we return to our story. The three of you, a little out of breath, a little sweaty, a little bloody, staring down at this corpse who attacked you unprovoked, telling you you needed to go to their master. refer to you as cattle. As you're all standing there again in the dead silence, there's no crickets, no owls, no wind. Where are you going to go now?
Gonna pilfer his corpse first.
Roll an investigation check.
Is my investigation. Oh, that's a -1.
Pearl's gonna help you.
That's a 10.
So you have advantage. Or
no, Pearl's gonna do it herself.
Pearl's gonna also do her own.
That's kind of cocked.
Go again.
It was mostly a 12, but that's better. 27.
With a 27, as you begin to pat them down.
Got his social security, his
Yeah.
government name.
27, you're pulling those fillings out.
So as you're going through their pockets, the first thing, they have no weapons on them, no gold, nothing like that. But inside their doublet, there's a little breast pocket, and inside there's a little loose leaf of paper. Inside the paper, what languages do you speak?
We're going with common, halfling, technically halfling, and thieves' cant, and there's
Nice.
one more that I cannot
Just
remember.
rogue shit.
That's fine. Can any of you speak Goblin? I didn't think so.
We don't want to speak. We don't need to.
I don't
We
know
have
why
these
I can
cans.
speak Goblin, but it's on there.
I don't know where this shit is on this thing. There's one more, but I can't remember. Ooh, all right, music. I don't
I think
think.
it should be on the very first page.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Are you on the D?
If you hit the the 9 buttons, there should be under the features and traits.
Yeah, I was just there, and I just was looking at it too, and I should have memorized what it is. Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, it's under
No, those
proficiencies
are the
and
only three:
training.
common, halfling, and thieves' cat.
Okay. So as you're looking at this, it unfortunately is in a language that you do not understand.
Pearl's gonna hold it out. Anybody recognize this language? What about you, big guy?
What languages?
Oh, common sign language and thieves can't. Why I chose sign language, I have no fucking.
Elvish and Goblin.
Just Elvish and
And common.
Goblin. As you read the letter in front, you realize immediately this is in an Elvish script.
shit.
So as you're reading it, it says, "Remember, the forest will change. You can only go to where you want to go."
That means nothing to Quillgok.
Pearl's gonna grab the paper. You can only go where you want to go. Well, I want to go to that monument. I want to go to the monument. Just gonna yell it out.
Who are you yelling to?
I don't know, the forest, maybe. Although maybe I shouldn't be doing that because
Are the wounds on this thing starting to slowly close up, or?
There has been no change in these past few minutes. As you're standing, the body is just completely limp, wounds
really?
staying open.
Cut this thing's head off, or what do we do?
can't hurt. Pearl's gonna. Get out of the way.
Can't hurt. As just
Let's have let's have a quick dexterity check to see if you get any, if you are in the splash zone.
Damn it. I have a 16.
15.
Oh, you both are able to just get out of the Gallagher spray zone as the
What about
axe
you?
comes down.
It's covered.
9.
You are painted with a straight streak from when you lift the axe out. There's a little spray back rooster tail gets you from your forehead to your upper midsection. Just
He just goes like this and puts paint under the eye holes of the skull he's wearing.
Nice.
Looks good on you. It's a good color.
Red is the color of the Mudbelly clan.
Even better. You were meant to be here.
Where is here?
I think here is near the monument that I want to find. We probably have to walk.
Pitch the head into the ravine.
Don't mess up the hair.
Oh, fuck that thing. It bit me.
Which way we walk?
Which way were you headed?
I don't know. It kept changing.
Pick direction.
This way. Pearl's gonna start walking.
No, that's the wrong way.
so the three of you begin your voyage into this unknown forest. It's a little unnerving as you all, with the exception of Pearl, went to bed in a different forest, it appears. So you are completely going into uncharted areas.
Before we go, he's going to take his stuff with him. Just despite the dead guy.
So let's get, let's see, let's do either nature or a survival. Let's see.
From everybody?
From everyone. We'll do it as a collective roll to see what your pacing is.
It's an 8.
8. You had an 8. 19.
15 total.
So at a combined, you're moving at a just below a moderate pace. You're not really sure where to go. There's definitely no paths. You're kind of clearing the brush when you need to, avoiding any large obstacles. There's stones, rocks, felled trees. Excuse me.
When he said
Not used to talking this much.
that pace. At a medium pace. Do you know that song?
Yep.
All right.
So you've probably been traveling at a straight distance, maybe about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Not too long, but not fairly quickly either. Every so often you check over your back. You don't see anything that's changed in the forest. But then again, you don't know this forest at all. So there's a real eerie feeling every so often.
There's no path. We're just walking through
There's
the
no
forest.
path. This is completely overgrown.
No bugs, no birds, nothing.
There's no wildlife whatsoever. It appears to
At least
just
there's
be
no
an
ticks.
empty forest.
Oh, there's ticks.
That's the only thing.
It's the only thing.
They're big.
Yeah. They're about that big.
So after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, you appear to come towards a clearing. There's nothing in the clearing. It's a break in the tree line. Wide open field. The grass isn't manicured, but it's not as long as the rest of the forest. This just seems strange. Again, no sounds, no any sign of life other than Miss Pearl and that stranger who came upon you. But you've come to this open field. Do you go through it? Do you go around?
Bad ambush.
Who's
Brett.
ambushing you?
Predators attack in fields.
Somebody gonna miss you if you're gone?
No.
Nobody's waiting for you?
My money.
Let's go around. Stick to the edge. Keep our eyes open.
Can you be quiet?
Probably not.
Let's give it a try.
Try and roll stealth check. Let's see how stealthy you are.
10.
Pearl's gonna lean up and whisper to Quill, "Don't worry, I'm not that great at it either."
28.
Dirty 20.
9.
So you're the only quiet one.
So
I have a +9 for stealth, so I'm in.
as Bodhi is skillfully avoiding any of the branches and the sticks and logs and stones.
I don't realize that when I'm moving them, I'm holding them, and then they're just hitting people behind me. We're just making all this racket.
As your companions behind you are following your path, just a little bit less graceful. Every time you zig, they zag. So there's a little bit of stomping, clanging, a couple of near misses with the branch just before you let it go. Luckily, they put their hand up so they don't.
You're too small for that. It goes right over your head and hits him.
I'm not much taller.
I get perception checks from everyone.
16.
Also 16.
19.
With a 19, you're going around this field, but you're still within eye line of it. As you do, you start to notice sections of this field look almost too identical. There's like a rock and a log, and you can't be sure, but you swear that the same rock and log are in another section. Like it's almost a duplicate of this area.
I'd point it out to them. Watch as we walk. Look for things. There's rocks and logs, but they're the same. Just watch as we continue to.
As you continue to move around, you look, and that's when you realize it's not that they're duplicates, rocks and logs. Every time the field goes out of your sight, and then you look at the field again, it appears you're looking at the field from the same angle.
I'm going to throw a rock into the field.
Do a dexterity check.
I was going to say save.
15.
Rock goes pretty good distance. Well, no movement, no sound other than the thud.
Now we look for rock ahead.
We can see the rock, I'm assuming.
Yes, as you keep your eyes on the field, there is no change. Do you all continuously walk while looking at the field?
So when I said we see the rock, I meant we saw the rock like the grass isn't too tall. But
Yep.
as we continuously walk, like he had pointed out, to look for that same stone.
You can
Yeah.
still see the stone. And as you're continuing to go around and looking, you can still see it. It's right where it should be. Do you all avert your gaze?
I mean, does blinking count?
Yeah.
Sure.
Pearl's gonna turn. Let's see what happens.
So as you turn away, when you turn back, you realize you're looking at this field again from that same original position when you first came upon it. You're not sure, is the field moving or are you going back to the beginning?
This angers Gwilcock.
Maybe we have to go through the field itself.
And get trapped.
I'll go. I've died once already. Pearl's gonna start heading out into the field.
Die with honor, little one.
Will do.
Pearl, you begin your walk out towards...
As she does, I'm going to move slowly to the side to see that changing, shifting angle, to see what happens.
Are you looking away?
Not yet.
She is continually moving out. She's probably about 20 feet from the tree line. Now 30.
All right, so when I'm trying to match her rate of the farther she goes out, as I'm matching that as I walk around.
Mm-hmm.
In about 30, I'll look away and then look back.
When you look away, which direction are you looking?
I'm standing right there. She went that way. I'm standing here. I'm assuming he went that way around, and I'm
Went
not
to the
looking
right,
away.
yeah.
I'm just...
So you're looking directly at Pearl.
Yes, like in a straight
And
line.
you're looking
I
away.
glance away and I look back to see if she's there.
When you turn your head and then you look back, you now realize you're standing back next to them.
Pearl's
So
gonna
that-
stop moving and turn
so
around
you-
to look at them.
You see them from the same direction as when you first approached.
Did he just materialize next to me?
Don't know.
You were not here a moment ago.
I wasn't. I think we have to go through it. He's going to follow her.
I have intelligence checks from the two of you.
How's it going over there?
8.
You figure it out?
Must venture through this trap.
12.
I think you both should turn around.
With a 12, you remember what the paper said. You can only go where you want to go. The forest is always changing. You're going to be directed towards where you're headed.
I think we have to go through it.
It's safe. Look. Pearl's gonna jump up and down. Waving
The
arms.
grass is so tall. It
Do you catch up to Pearl, or do you keep a
Yeah.
distance? 3 of you are back together as you're crossing this field. Get maybe, say, about 40, maybe 50 feet from the other side of the clearing. It's when you notice a figure standing from the far other end. Can't really see a face, but you could definitely see an outline. Wearing a hood, possibly leather, it looks, though you can see a quill on their back. Still can't quite make out any distinguishing features. Just staring.
Can we see color from this distance or no?
Roll perception check. You're about 40 or 50 feet away.
It's a 2 plus 5.
Can't really make any distinguishing features, though you believe this looks as though they're male. Wearing...
I said colors, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I had that same thing with her before where I was like, did I say that out loud or did I say that in my head?
Do I recognize? I'm looking out for that blue-haired elf. Is this the body shape or
Roll perception check.
18?
With an
No,
8,
15. Sorry.
with
hold
a
on.
15.
Wait 1 second. Let me just double check. Perception plus 1, 15.
So with a 15, you're not convinced that this is that elf, but it's definitely familiar.
Yo. Is this a trap? Did we fall right into it?
There is no trap.
Oh, good. You hear that? There's no trap.
I don't believe it.
Why not? Clearly the most trustworthy individual I've run into so far.
You make joke.
I did.
Ah!
It's gonna
I
continue.
see why you keep this one around.
I've been waiting here a while for you.
Cool.
I'm gonna continue moving forward.
How close do you get?
Say 30 feet.
So as you move forward about 20 feet or about 50 feet away, you have a better look now. Again, they're right on the edge of the clearing. The moons up in the sky have created a little bit of illumination. Definitely humanoid, pale skin. From best you can tell, they're clean shaven. Still not 100% sure if they're male or female, but between the voice and the build, you're assuming male. You've been running away for a while now. I just want to talk.
Then let's talk.
Not you. The short one.
I have nothing to say to you.
I think he's talking about me. Pearl's only 3 feet tall, so
We're foot difference.
that's pretty big in this world. It was more of a casual stroll as opposed to a run, but I'm sure my legs look like they were moving really quickly compared to yours. How can I help you? I'm just gonna start walking, staying within like 5 feet of Bo.
You ran away before I could introduce myself. You can call me Syl.
Or, you said I can call you Syl, but what else can I call you?
You can call me Shadow if you want.
Nice. All right.
Never got a chance to express my disappointment. It was not my meaning to disturb your peace.
I appreciate actually the disturbance of my peace. I just would have preferred to have it be on my own terms.
Understandable. If you can't tell something went wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're both a long way from home.
Yeah.
I would eventually like to get back there. I suppose you would too.
Yeah. I feel like I left something behind. Can't remember what it was. But these fine gentlefolk have agreed to help me. So, is that a problem, or?
You. And you. She told you how to get home.
Not quite. There was talk of some pillar or monument.
It will lead us back to where we were.
It was, to be fair, more of an assumption than a full-on knowledge that it would work. I just, they didn't ask any questions, and
What land is this?
Well, your companion and myself have been here for, I believe it's been a few months.
No caravan will leave if we take months.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it doesn't matter.
rude, right? Looks up at both of you.
Pull their hood down, and you can see They have slightly longer than shoulder length hair. The front is pulled back into either a loose ponytail or it could be a braid going down behind them. Yes, there is a way out of here. Those who ever made this place, it's a trap.
Trap.
You were right, big guy.
But there's a catch to get out. And seeing as how your companion didn't share it with you, I will.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
There needs to be a sacrifice. A willing participant.
Damn. That one was not willing. Retrieve the head and ask it.
You can do that?
Right.
You can talk to heads and they'll talk back to you? Or just like what I do, you just talk to them and they don't say anything back?
With luck, breath may still be in it to her answer.
You can do that?
I will hit it and see if breath's still within.
Oh no, that's not how brains work.
I'm assuming you've run into those creatures.
I show him the neck.
Doesn't look like you fared too well.
Better than the creature.
He's fine.
We lost the other 3 that were with me.
So when
Sorry
you-
for your loss. Oop.
I don't care about them.
Oh, good.
Means to an end.
Agreed. Not about you, though. I care about both of you. I even asked your names. Bo, Quill. We're friends.
And what happened to your other friends?
Well, last I remember, they seemed to be doing all right.
She stabbed one of them in the back and ran away.
All right, I feel like we're crossing different portions of my life, because that has happened, but that's not the last thing I remember.
Quillclock has shell. Cannot stab it back.
I decidedly do not have a shell, so
You are soft.
I'll appreciate it if you don't stab me in the back.
I couldn't get around you anyway, right? Am I right?
I'm smiling, but Bodovan does not smile whatsoever.
Pearl is smiling.
From what I've gathered, this is a trap for those who are undead. Those who have roamed. I don't know what the trigger is. I'm not even quite sure how we got here. It was a mistake, us coming here.
Yeah.
We awoke here.
Maybe that's the trigger.
Quillcock is not dead.
Are you sure?
Take out a dagger. I'll just do. Yes.
I am not dead either. But if we want to make it out of here, I think an alliance is needed.
Why not? What's one more?
Very well. Now, the next question.
Wait, he's not our leader. We gotta vote. What do you say?
Quillcock wants his money.
Okay. You have his money? I think that's a no vote for you then.
He speaks of himself in the third person a lot.
Yeah, I just figured you'd vote yes if he had your money, right?
Quillcock will follow ones who get us back to Caravan, so Quillcock can get paid.
All right. I just wanted to be diplomatic. I was going to say yes anyway. So, just making sure you had a voice.
So what's one more?
Settled.
Now, I said it requires a willing sacrifice. Seeing as how Pearl, is it?
Yep.
She obviously didn't tell you. She is not going to volunteer.
Who would, right?
I am not going to volunteer.
Sacrifice what part of them body?
Their life.
That is not agreeable.
Then we will all stay here. There's more of those things out there. As far as I can tell, this forest will go on forever.
You have family to get back to? Friends?
I've got something.
And you?
I have family.
And you have your clan?
The Mudbelly clan.
I have no one. This one that I've been traveling with. If whatever the afterlife is better than this, then why not go see it?
So you'd willingly sacrifice yourself for strangers and an acquaintance?
I'm the acquaintance, by the way.
I
Just gonna
suppose so.
stare at
You remind me of someone. Fool-headed hero.
Thanks.
It's not an insult.
Well then, genuinely, thank you.
When you've been around as long as I have, you don't see many people willing to make a selfless sacrifice.
Well, let's get to it.
Very well. From what I've gathered, we're not far from it. But it is well guarded. Those things aren't the only things here. Is strange beasts. Monsters, if you will. It's not going to be easy.
Can they be killed?
As long as I've been alive, I've yet to come across something that can't be.
All right.
Now, I have some questions for you two. Where were you before you found yourself here?
A little place called the Darkwood Forest.
And that is located where?
Devenya.
Dark, damp, cloudy. Not bad.
Devenya. And where is Devenya located?
I'm trying to remember the name of the continent.
Tania.
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 It's the eastern continent.
Eastern continent of...
I love the way this is going. What do you mean?
Faerun.
I'm assuming it's nowhere near the Sword Coast.
I've never heard of a sword coast before.
A coast of swords sounds interesting.
Sounds interesting. It's not. It's quite boring.
It is not full of battles and swords.
No, just a bunch of rich Pieces of shit living in castles.
They must pay well.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll visit someday.
Yes.
So what's the name of the world that you are from?
Eleothis. Is that not where you two are from?
No.
Try not to smile.
Apparently, when your new companion was ripped from the afterlife, we overdid it, I guess you could say. Somehow wound up here. Long, long way from where we started.
You want to show me your hands, buddy?
Completely clear. I'm not like those fanatics.
All right.
They're just a means to an end.
Okay. We're
None
still
of this makes sense to Gwilcock. Which way must we go to sacrifice this one?
Damn, he said it, not me.
As far as I...
You get used to his blunt way of talking.
Well,
After a
stranger, acquaintance.
As far as I can tell, you just continue to walk, and your destination will be ahead of you.
Is that what paper says?
You're the only one who can read it.
Right.
Paper?
They killed one of the spawn, and he had a paper. They did it all by themselves too. Real solid guys.
You're gonna see the biggest of eye rolls. Like, just almost staring into the back of his fucking brain when she says that. She did a healthy amount of the work.
I did not. Absolutely did not. I didn't touch it. They're being humble. And this one can read Elvish. Show him the note.
He ate it.
This is a crumbled piece of paper.
How far away are you?
Probably closer to them than you.
Yeah.
So
I give it to her.
Pearl's gonna kick it towards you.
So it just goes.
I imagine you kick it, it just grinds into the dirt.
you just see a little hand gesture, and the note just floats up into
Pearl's like,
their open palm. Very strange. Language is the same, even in a different place. He just crumples it.
There's elves where you're from? Oh, he's elven, you said, right? Half. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Blue-haired elf. So then, are we ready?
I know I am.
Yes.
Let's get this guy dead so I can go home.
Very well then. We will head to the monument. We will break through their defenses. And hopefully I will get what I want.
What do you want? Shadow, Syl.
Obviously not you.
No, that's a lie.
I have questions for you.
I have all the answers in the world.
I can tell this isn't going to be easy.
Well, easy is a word that has been used for me in the past. Not typically in this context.
You were a mistake.
I have heard that several times as well.
I did not want to bring you back.
That's a first.
But you do know something that will help me getting what I want.
Okay.
When you died,
Yeah, that was not great.
who was there?
We want first names, full names.
All of the above.
Why?
So I need to know.
Why?
Because I realize I made a mistake because I wasn't precise enough with the ritual.
She's gonna look over at Bo. Why? And she's just looking at him, but not making. Clearly, it's towards Shadow, but.
I'm dying for this hoe.
Say that out loud.
You volunteered.
Does Bo say that out loud?
You know what? Just because, yeah.
She's like, oh, yes. I mean, you could always take it back, but that wouldn't be nice. And you seem like a really nice guy.
We'll see when we get there. You know, if you were really a hoe, and if I'm really dying for you, ... He doesn't say that one out loud.
They probably be like, well, we'll see when we get there. So who were you aiming for? If it wasn't me, which I do appreciate, and I hope that this carries forward when I get back home. But maybe you could give me a name. I can let you know if they were there.
I have done the ritual 3 times.
Damn.
And each time, a member of that cult was raised.
Each time, one of you. There's 3 of you running around this forest.
The last time I tried something a little different. And you came back.
Much appreciated.
Which tells me you had some type of connection with the one I'm looking for.
Very likely. I had lots of connections with lots and lots and lots of people. Lots of them. All different kinds. Sometimes multiple times. Sometimes all at once.
Multiple people.
Multiple people.
From what I've gathered, they were very quiet, unassuming.
Mm-hmm.
About 30 years old.
Okay.
I am just waiting to see the light turn on for Cuba.
I know.
This whole time, for the past 20 minutes, I've been ever since I made contact with you, and I was like, ooh, I like this.
I'm not that slow, god damn it.
We'll see.
I already know who they are!
I don't think you do, but we're not going to say it.
Jesus Christ, even I can do basic math from time to time.
Sorry.
Are we sure? Well, that fits. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He was there.
Yeah,
Did he survive?
I don't know. I don't know. I went down, and I wasn't the last.
So he was still alive when you went down.
I think so. We were all scattered. And to be honest, I was more focused on other things. Are you sure that you're just not targeting a living person, and that's why you were lucky enough to bring me back instead?
If he was still alive, I would have found him by now.
Yeah. Well, He was there.
I don't know if I can trust you.
You don't.
I did a lot of research, and you were never supposed to be there.
Beware. I'm right exactly where I should be. Right here. With new friends.
You died over 100 years ago, and there's no record of you ever.
When she hears how long ago, her face is gonna falter for a minute. Okay.
I met one who knew you. From the Fae.
Yeah.
Holy person.
Mm-hmm.
They had good things to say about you, but they have good things to say about everyone. Did you know that your group, they claimed no record of you?
That tracks.
You never got any credit for what you did that day.
Yeah.
There's no songs or ballads.
Well, that's what you sign up for.
Is it? Why were you there?
I had nowhere else better to be.
We both know that's not true.
Well.
I met him.
She's gonna fold her arms across her chest and just hips to the side. Oh, did you?
Do you want to know what they were like?
Oh.
No,
I don't know.
doesn't matter to you. If they followed in your footsteps or not.
She's gonna look at her new companions.
He's sharpening his knife. This is taking too long for his zero attention span. He's looking at you.
Bodovan's very intently watching.
Listen, I don't think I can handle any more bad news, so if that's all you've got for me.
Who was there before you fell?
There was Arik. I think his last name began with an F.
Fucking guy.
There was Yorzander Huntsman. Pretty solid, skinny human guy. The pole. He was good. He was a good guy. This Furbolg, I guess we chatted a couple times. Arwell. And there's this random dude with like a scar on his eye. I don't even remember his name at all.
He got the killing blow.
I don't even remember him. And then there was there was a little gnome wizard, Uncle Ari. There was me. Was that it?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So they were there.
Yeah?
I will tell you about them when we make it to the other other side.
All right. That'll be cool.
As for the rest of you, we should move quickly, quietly, and then we will make our plan.
We can do most of that.
The quietly part might be hard for him. And her.
Yeah, I'm more of a talker.
Very well then. Let us get back to... Where was it you said?
Eleothis.
Eleothis. Let us go.
I did not know the world had a name.
Stupid turtles.
Thank you for your help, Miss Taterbrush.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.